Hey YouTube, this is Team Temperance bringing you another deck profile, and this is coming to you from my local place. This is my deck that I have been running here for the past couple of days. It is very competitive. It's rather fun to play. It's probably one of the more fun decks out there right now. It is, I'm not sure, but I think it's part of the meta. I think it's a meta thing. And it has been ultra fun, and as the title says, this is my Chaos Piper deck, and it is very control based. It's just all around fun deck to play. And yeah, let's get into some discussion and some deck profile. First off, I run, of course, the 3 Mystic Piper. He is the 1-star light. You can tribute this monster to reveal a card. If it's a level 1, you can draw again. It's a great 1-star. He's just the main engine of the deck. To go along with him, I run 2 Kinky-Bio. He brings him back from the graveyard to use his effect again. He's also a 1-star dark, and he's a spirit, so he can return back to your hand and next turn do it again. The 1-star engine in this deck is it's widely underused, but it's very strong. And I also use him with creature swaps to take your opponent's monsters, then he would still return back to my hand. To continue with the 1-stars, I run 3 Battle Fader. Pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. He's of course a 1-star dark, and if I go Kinky-Bio into my Piper and I add it back to hand, I need something to defend with, and I also use him for Caius, which I also run in this deck. Now, again, I run 3 more hand traps. I run Effect Veiler. It's of course meta, and it's a light, which is amazing. And for the last 1-star, I won Unknown Synchron. He's basically a 1-star Cyber Dragon, and he's a dark, which is awesome. And he happens to be a 1-star tuner, which helps me to go into Cyber Dragon. I mean, to Formula Synchron a lot more. I run the Tour Guide engine, of course, with the Sangam. Just adds consistency more to the deck. More darks. You will see that I need more darks than I do lights, but you'll see that as the deck profile goes on. I run double Caius. His removal is huge in the game today. Destroying just isn't enough. I like to banish your monsters like Zenmaines, any Exceeds. It helps out a whole lot, these guys, and it happens to be a great dark. I run some blockers. I run Spirit Reaper and double Marshmallow. I like Marshmallow more than Spirit Reaper because you get the damage. It deflects damage. Spirit Reaper is good for the poking and like knocking a card from your hand. But I also like the Marshmallow's a light, and lights are hard to come by in this deck. I run double Cyber Dragon because I usually use my normal summons on the Kinky-Bio or the Piper, and if I can go special Cyber, then Piper, I have a blocker, and I'm just +2, which is a really good combo. I run 1 Tech Thunder King just for them. It's just a great all-around card. He's a 1900 beater by himself. He can negate any kind of Exceeds that might get over him. He can negate Cyber Dragon, anything that might destroy him. Oh, and your opponent 9 times out of 10 will use their staples on your Thunder King. For the boss monsters, I guess, I run double Tragoedia, which is totally underrated in this deck. This guy, at some points, is 4,500. He's always at 3,000. Hand advantage is this deck's game. I have so many games where I have 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, and this card Dino Rabbit just can't get over him. Dragons can't get over him. Just an all-around amazing card. Of course, I run the Gores because I run very little back row, and he's just a game winner. Self-explanatory. Now, I run more darks than lights because I love this guy. Nobody expects him in a Chaos Piper deck, and I drop him almost every single game because it's so easy to get the darks with the Tour Guide engine, the Kinky-Bios, everything that I run, the Caiuses, Trigodias, Gores, all of them get Darks in the Grave, and it's so simple to summon him. And last but not least, I run the Chaos Engine. It may seem inconsistent, but it is so consistent. It's crazy. Because I always have Lights and Darks in Grave for these guys. They're always live. At all times. And it's just a completely amazing engine, really. It's just a great card. Just great thing altogether. For the spells, I run the staples of Darkhold, Monsterborn, Heavy Storm. You know, the trifecta. You gotta have them. I run 2, not 3 MSTs. I'm not really worried about your back row. I mean, if you got the torrential, you do. And I hate Mystic Pipering into MST. It's just not fun. I side in the third, which you will see soon. I run double creature swap. I explained to you about the Kinkabayo, but it's also if I draw 3 effect veilers, I can normal summon 1, take your beater, and it's just, and then I attack over my own Veiler, put a Light Engrave. Just amazing. For the last spell, I run 1 Allure, so many darks, pretty self-explanatory. And for the last traps, I run double Torrential. It's torrential. You've got to have it. If you're not going to run any other traps, it's just an amazing card. And it wins games more often than not. Now for the side deck, I run a 2nd Spear Reaper. I run a 2nd Thunder King. Double Kaikus for a bunch of matchups. Dark Worlds for now Gem Knights for just so many decks that this card just wrecks. And Sector Wars especially. It's crazy. I run 2 Diddy Crow. I almost always side this card in. This card is going to get sided in 9 times out of 10. Just because it is a 1-star dark. And it being a 1-star dark also helps out the 1-star engine, which is just amazing. I run a 3rd MST. Double Prohibition. I run... Okay, before I get to this. My last siding cards are basically because game 1, they see I only run 2 traps, and they generally side out their MSTs and stuff like that, and that's when I side in my traps. I side in Double Bottomless, also that last, and the Sullen Brigade. Now, the last card you already saw needs some explaining. People are asking why do you side in a Royal Decree when you side in your traps. That is just because Royal Decree is a game changer for 99% of the deck other than dragons. If they don't have their back row, I'm safe. If they don't have the torrential, the solemn warnings, I win the game, basically. And even if I side in my traps, I'll burn my traps, set this, go for game, really. And that's really it for the side deck. Now for the extra deck, this is when it gets saucy, and that's what I select a word I used to like to use. Formula, I can go for them all the time, always live. Armory Arm, these are all lights. Magical Android, got Catastrophe for the extra dark. Brio, because I can make him. Black Rose and Scrap Dragon, those are for my synchros. I run the level 3s for the tour guides, the Zenmains, the Leviair, Giga, Acid Golem, Leviathan. Pretty stable for the level 3s. I run the 1 Maestroke. I run 1 4-star, side in a 4-star, but it's for the creature swap plays. I've made it. So I run the Photon Strike Balancer along with the Gaia Knight because this card, these just gotta go. I run Sorcerers and the Kaises, and I can make them. So, and the last but not least, I run the 1 token, which is Fiberjar, and he's an amazing token. Which gets on my next subject real quick. I'm at 99 subscribers, hoping to get to 100, and when I get to 100, the contest will have officially ended. And I also make these custom tokens. You just tell me what kind you want. Like you can see right there, it's Fiberjar. And yeah, this has been Team Temperance bringing you another deck profile.